Well, I just got 3 consecutive spot messages from my buddy Darren Thompson, and that only means one thing. He's on rams, and we're headed deep for sheep.
Down. Well, this is definitely not what you want to see when you're heading out sheep hunting. Forecast is calling for an inch of rain below 7,500 feet and significant snow above 7,500 feet. And yes, we'll be heading above 7,500 feet for sure. So hopefully it slows down a little. I got about a 5-hour hike into where Darren and his buddy are. So really don't want to have to do that whole thing in rain gear. It gets a little bit old, but what can I do? Here we go, 2:15 in the afternoon, September 2nd, 4 degrees. So why is it I'm hiking 5 hours in to find sheep again? These guys are always on the side of the road, just taunting hunters. Actually just you and some lamb, or you and a lamb right here. I did see some others run across, but yeah, nice to see. 2 ewes, 2 lambs. Doesn't get much better than that. Now just to find their daddy. Go girls! Let's go to the trailhead. Darren's truck's here, nobody else is around, so that's always a good sign. I'm pretty sure we'll be the only ones in there for opening day anyhow. So I'm gonna get my rain gear on and I'm gonna stick the camera in a plastic bag, and you probably won't see another shot of me till I get in there, but and try and keep everything as dry as we can. Camera gets wet, we won't be much use tomorrow, but not looking forward to this. I hate hiking in the rain, but it's only 5 hours in, and be in for dinner time. Nice dinner, mountain house, and give the boys a bit of a surprise. They don't know if I'm coming or not. Well, I made it into camp. Actually made a pretty good time. It rained and snowed the whole way. Once I got up top, it was a total whiteout blizzard, but it's improved a little bit, so just got my tent set up down here, and dry place, got out of my wet shirt and got something dry on, so it's getting a little bit cold. I think it's probably only maybe 1 degree or could be 0, but good little campground here. Darren and Dale got their tents set up just up in the trees here. I guess they must still be out scouting. Unfortunately, there's a couple other, or 3 other guys here that came in another way that I didn't know about, so hopefully they'll respect the fact that Darren and Dale have been on these rams for 3 days already, but I guess we'll see in the morning. We'll definitely be up and on some rams, but can't wait to hear from Darren and Dale what they're looking at. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about bear spray today, and really doesn't matter where you live in Canada, bears are a fact of life. You know, we're here in Alberta. Really doesn't matter where you go. You've got black bears, you've got grizzly bears to deal with, and you know the truth is, bear incidents are pretty rare, but it's something we do need to be prepared for. So, you know, one thing we've always got with us is some bear spray, and the great thing about bear spray, you know, even if I'm carrying a rifle, I'm going to have some bear spray on me. And you know, we've seen a couple cases in Canada this year, one right here in Alberta where a hunter was killed by a grizzly bear. What can happen, you know, if you get in a conflict with a bear, is you can lose your rifle pretty easily. So we use the defense aerosols. You know, we've got the Yukon Magnum, the Bear Guard Professional, the Bear Defense Professional. They're all great products, and not all bear spray is the same. You want to look at the amount of capsaicin in there. And you also want to see how far of a range you have. I've tested a lot of bear spray. I've probably tested, you know, a dozen different brands, and trust me, they don't all have the same range. Let's go test this canister right now and I'll show you what I mean. Really important to be familiar with it. They do have this safety tab on here you have to pull off. Now it's ready to go. So really important, you know how to use it, you're comfortable with it. You know, if things are happening fast, you don't want to be fumbling with it and trying to figure out how to use it. So once that's off, it's just a matter of pressing down on top here. So all we're going to do is we see a bear coming, we're going to point it at him. So as you can see, it probably went about 20, 25 feet. Fairly windy today. We had a bit of a side wind, but you can see it's got a huge pattern here. We've probably got a 10 or 12 foot wide spray pattern here. So, you know, if you got a bear coming at you, you really don't need to worry about being accurate or anything else. Just get that pepper spray out there, get it in his face, and you're going to shut him down. You know, we all feel invincible out there when we're carrying a rifle, but you get knocked down and lose that rifle, this is the best thing you can have with you. Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Zeiss Sport Optics. We make it visible. Hornady. Accurate, deadly, dependable. Puma SGB Knives. Knife maker to the world since 1769. Corlane Sporting Goods. Home of the Rocky Mountain Rifle. Defense Aerosols. Bear spray for when your life depends on it. Silver Willow Taxidermy. Capturing the memories. Loa Boots. Simply more. Safari Club International Canada. First for hunters. Deluxe wall tents, built in Canada for Canadian conditions. And Alberta Outdoorsman magazine, Alberta's only hunting, fishing, and trapping magazine. Darren and Dale just got back, so tell me the story, Darren.
What story would you like?
The one of the ram we're going to kill tomorrow.
Been in Saturday. Yep. Been in 4 days now, and we've seen 12 rams, I guess. One we're hoping kind of stays put for tomorrow, but time will tell. It's in the same general area, so fingers crossed the weather holds out and he doesn't move too far.
I got a little sneak peek at a picture of him. He looks pretty good.
Fingers crossed. Won't sleep too much tonight, probably. Yeah.
Up early?
Yeah.
Up early, and yeah, hopefully the weather's a little bit drier, no snow.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. There was 3 other guys when I came in here. There was no vehicles in the parking lot, but they seem like pretty good guys, though. I think they're going to give you first chance at that ram.
So yeah, we talked to them and they seem pretty legit, so we're going to get first crack at them. Gotta make it count.
Yeah.
Darren's got to shoot straight.
No pressure.
Yeah. There's what we woke up to this morning. There's probably 5 or 6 inches of fresh snow out there, and it's still happily coming down, but it's starting to lighten up a little bit now. So I think what we'll do is we'll head up the mountain, see if we can find those rams. Sometimes sheep, when it snows a lot like this, they'll head down into the timber, or they'll do a big move. So we definitely want to be up there early enough so we catch them, you know, if they do move. And just want to make sure we know where they're at. Looks like Darren and Dale are just grabbing some breakfast, and we'll head out. And somewhere up there, there's a mountain and possibly some sheep. Maybe they were smarter and headed for the low country. Been fun, boys?
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Opening day of sheep season, Alberta. And there's where we're looking over there for sheep. There must be 10 or 12 inches of snow up here, though.
Yeah. This time last year it was like plus 30, and you're setting up a tarp to get out of the sun. And today, I don't know, TJ promises us it's going to clear up by afternoon, but I'm not sure what that means.
I heard 1 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah. Exactly one.
Yeah, perfect. My
How's it now?
swimsuit.
What, 8?
So you guys saw 4 rams in here yesterday?
Yesterday.
How many days now? What is today?
2 days
It's
ago.
5th day. See them 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days in a row.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Saw the one guy yesterday. Came over the ridge.
That ridge up there.
Yeah, that one you can see over there. That white one there.
Yeah, I'm hoping this weather hasn't blown them out of here. Hopefully they're hanging tight.
Yeah, this is a pretty bad storm.
Anything brown sheep and white snow makes for a good recipe. Yeah. Hopefully.
Well, Dale and I really wanted to stay, but Darren decided he had to go back to camp, so.
Yeah.
Go back to camp and make snow angels.
I was gonna make snow cones.
8:30, things aren't clearing up at all, so I think we are going to head back to camp, hang out there till hopefully it clears up a bit. The weatherman said it was supposed to clear up this afternoon. The weatherman's never wrong, so
Never.
we'll come back kill that ram this afternoon.
Let's do it.
This is Core Lane's Gun Tech Tip of the Week.
Hi, I'm Rod from Core Lanes in Dawson Creek, and today we're going to talk a little bit about crowns on a rifle barrel. I've got a few examples here to show you, but why is a crown important? That is the last piece of the barrel that the bullet is in contact with before it exits and gets in flight. If the crown is not uniform, you're going to have some accuracy issues. So if you do have a damaged crown, by the way, we can fix that. That's not a huge problem. And here's some examples of different crowns. This is an 11-degree target crown, used a lot on heavier rifles. Here's a flat crown, not used so much, not a good idea. Here's a recessed crown. This is a nice crown, we use it a lot. It's the bore is tucked in and protected by this outer ring. It's a good idea. Here is a damaged crown. This is a recessed crown that has taken, looks like some rock damage. Here's an unlapped factory barrel that we've cut off. It probably wouldn't shoot. So there's just some different ideas and different crowns. Yeah, so if you have any questions about crowns, give us a call at Core Lanes in Dawson Creek.
This tip has been brought to you by Core Lanes Sporting Goods, home of the Rocky Mountain Rifle.
Well, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it is clearing up a little bit. So I think we're going to head back out this afternoon and see what we can see. Either that or we're just tired of standing around this fire for the last 5 hours.
A little bit of both.
But you can definitely see quite a bit more. It's warmed up a little bit, so
Yeah.
still not quite sure it's supposed to snow this much on September 3rd. But
Yeah, some windows have opened up and kind of socking in again, but hoping it's become less and less. And plunge down there and see if we can't find some sheep or some tracks or something.
yeah, even if we can't get on them today, at least maybe we'll get an idea where they are tomorrow. I phoned home and Vanessa said forecast was for sunny weather tomorrow, so we'll hope the weatherman's right. Definitely a crazy amount of snow for first week of September. We just traversed that slope there, went and looked in some basins on the back side, didn't see anything. We did see a bunch of tracks over on that side, so with any luck we can get out early in the morning and find those rams. Hopefully they didn't go too far. So the thing about these heavy snowstorms, you just never know what rams will do in them. Sometimes they'll just hunker down and won't go anywhere, and sometimes they'll take off for miles. But it should be a little easier in the morning. We'll be able to spot tracks pretty easy in the snow and hopefully spot some big brown rams in the white snow too. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about boot care, and it's one of those things none of us do enough of, but it's really critical, especially on a hunt like this where having waterproof boots is a must. I've got my Loa Tibet GTXs here, and as you can see, I've pulled the laces out of them, I pulled the insole out of them, and they're clean. I've got all the dirt, debris, and mud and things like that off them. So what I want to do is just take a damp cloth. I'm just going to dampen the boot. I'm not going to get it really wet. And what this does is open up the pores in the leather, so when I use the waterproofing on it, it'll actually soak right in there. So I'm going to start with a spray product here, and this is the actual waterproofing, and it's critical that you do this first. And like I say, we want to do it when the boots are still a little damp. So we're going to give the boots a really good spray. So once they're sprayed, now we're going to take the cream on them. And what the cream does is kind of revitalize the leather. You know, these boots dry out when they get wet. They can really lose their shape. They can become uncomfortable. They can put undue stress on these seams. So now we're just going to put a light coating of this cream on. And again, you just kind of want to get it all over the whole boot. And what this is going to do is just really revitalize these boots. These boots have been awful wet a couple times already this year, and they are starting to get a little bit dried. that's about as simple as it is. It only takes, 5 or 10 minutes to do, and it's really something you should do every time you've been on a long trip with your boots, or anytime your boots been really wet. That way you'll get maximum life out of your boots, and they'll remain waterproof for the life of them. Well, it's morning of the second day, and it's definitely a lot better day today. The sun's shining and we can see a lot. We just climbed about 2.5 hours out of camp, and I found a bunch of tracks down on the other side of this ridge, but couldn't find the sheep, so we just took a little wander down the ridge here, and I spotted 3 of them just below us. They're 376 yards right now. We just took a walk over here to look, so we didn't bring a spotting scope or anything, so Darren's just going to run back at the spotting scope. Those other guys in camp are probably just below them. Whether they've seen them or not, I don't know. It's one of the problems with hunting with other people around, but we're sitting pretty good. Like I say, we're 376 yards right now, and if they get spooked at all, they're definitely going to come uphill, and we're right where they're going to come. But we'll get spot and scope on them, and hopefully we can get a little better look. If you're confident, we can go bust them.
Confident? Are you confident? I think we can get a look at him.
I haven't even got a good look at the right side yet.
Oh, the left side dips up quite a bit, but we need him to turn his head there.
I kind of know how close that right side is. I mean, if it's really close, then yeah, no question.
He's squeeze back. He's putting quite a ways back.
Yeah. They're up. They're up. Wonder if those other guys spooked him. They're sure looking at something. They got him. We just watched that ram get killed, and we were on him for quite a while, and we could have taken him, but we just never got a look at his left side. But I mean, every one of us said our gut said he was legal, but yeah, you just can't.
We had to be certain.
Yeah. Should we go see him?
Yeah.
Sucks for you guys, eh? 3 days on that ram.
That sucks. Well, good for those guys.
Yeah.
We just weren't 100% sure. And we got a lot closer than we ever did.
You hear about highest to highs and lowest to lows.
Yeah.
Which one's this right now, Darren?
So it's
To
coming
low.
down.
The beauty.
Oh yeah, he pruned off a little more on this side.
Yeah.
But this was, thank goodness he showed me this one.
So who shot him? Did you? Awesome.
Right here.
Good job, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Beautiful.
First sheep out of our whole crew. We've never shot a sheep
No
before,
kidding. Good job.
So this is a pretty big high for us.
He's a beauty.
Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. This is gorgeous.
Real, man. So first sheep for your group, huh?
Yeah, we've never
Nice.
done anything
Good for
like
you
this.
guys.
Good job,
It's
guys.
been 4 years that we've been.
Congrats, guys. Who's the shooter?
Oh, you're right here.
Good job, buddy.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot.
Good job, guys.
Oh,
Oh, so shooting through the tape does work.
Yeah.
Killing mine off up top.
we were, well, that was the thing.
Dad told me to send 3 quick spots if
Yeah.
we got one.
Thanks a lot.
Well, Darren, I think I'm gonna head back over the hill, but it's been fun hunting with you gentlemen, but
Time for you to go.
yeah, I gotta head back. Sadly, I had to go do some work. I got the 3-spot message and came in and figured I'd only be here for a day. It's day 2 now, and I better not stay day 3, but...
Well, appreciate you coming.
Now, question is, will he come if we give him another 3-spot message?
Probably not.
Oh well, I mean, it was fun, and yeah, you guys put your time in and definitely had that ram peg down, and just somebody else got a little luckier. Yeah.
No, appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially on what was initially a 2-spot message.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3. A lot of confusion, but
Yeah.
you took it upon yourself to come in and give us a hand, so it's appreciated.
And me leaving right now has nothing to do with the fact there's a sow and a cub grizzly just right there.
Yeah.
So. Well, I want to thank you for joining me on today's episode of Outdoor Quest. The hike out was absolutely terrifying. I've never ever been on a trip that bad in the mountains. I probably spent about 3 or 4 hours. We're just like literally one slip of my foot and I would have died. I hope Darren and Dale get out okay. Now that I've set some tracks in the snow, it should be a little bit easier, but it was just hair raising. This has to be, without a doubt, one of the most extreme episodes of Outdoor Quest TV we've ever brought you. Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Zeiss Sport Optics. We make it visible. Hornady. Accurate. Deadly. Dependable. Puma SGB Knives. Knife maker to the world since 1769. Corlane Sporting Goods. Home of the Rocky Mountain Rifle. Defense Aerosols. Bear spray for when your life depends on it. Silver Willow Taxidermy. Capturing the memories. Loa Boots. Simply more. Safari Club International Canada. First for hunters. Deluxe Wall Tents. Built in Canada for Canadian conditions. And Alberta Outdoorsman Magazine. Alberta's only hunting, fishing, and trapping magazine. Check us out online at OutdoorQuestTV.com. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.